Michael Swanwick is an American science fiction author. Based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he began publishing in the early 1980s. Writing career. Michael Swanwick's fiction writing began with short stories, starting in 1980 when he published Ginunga Gap in Tree Quarterly and The Feast of St. Janus in New Dimensions 11. Both stories were nominees for the Nebula Award for Best Short Story in 1981. His published novels are In the Drift, a look at the results of a more catastrophic 3 Mile Island incident, which expands on his earlier short story Mama's Kiss. This was followed in 1987 by Vacuum Flowers, an adventurous tour of an inhabited solar system, where the people of Earth have been subsumed by a cybernetic mass mind. Stations of the Tide. The story of a bureaucrat's pursuit of a magician on a world soon to be altered by its 50-year tide swell. The Iron Dragon's Daughter, a fantasy with elves in Armani suits and dragons as jet fighters. Jack Faust, a retelling of the Faust legend with modern science and technology. Bones of the Earth, a time travel story involving dinosaurs. The Dragons of Babel, which is set in the same fantasy world as The Iron Dragon's Daughter and Dancing with Bears, featuring the rogues Darja and Surplus adventuring in post-utopian Russia. His short fiction has been collected in Gravity's Angels, Moondogs, Tales of Old Earth, Cigar Box Faust and other miniatures. The Dog Said Bow Wow and a Best of Michael Swanwick, a novella, Griffin's Egg, was published in book form in 1991 and is also collected in Moondogs. He has collaborated with other authors on several short works, including Gardner Dozois and William Gibson. Stations of the Tide won the Nebula for Best Novel in 1991, and several of his short works have won awards as well. The Theodore Sturgeon Memorial Award for The Edge of the World in 1989, the World Fantasy Award for Radio Waves in 1996, and Hugo's for The Very Pulse of the Machine in 1999, Scherzo with Tyrannosaur in 2000, The Dog Said Bow Wow in 2002, Slow Life in 2003, and Legions in Time in 2004. Non-fiction writing. Swanwick has written about the field as well. He published 2 long essays on the state of the science fiction and fantasy, the former of which was controversial for its categorization of new SF writers into cyberpunk and literary humanist camps. Both essays were collected together in the Postmodern Archipelago 1997. A book-length interview with Gardner Dozois, being Gardner Dozois, was published in 2001. He is a prolific contributor to the New York Review of Science Fiction. Swanwick wrote a monograph on James Branch Cabell, What Can Be Saved from the Wreckage, which was published in 2007, and a short literary biography of Hope Merlees, Hope in the Mist, which was published in 2009. Bibliography. Novels. Swanwick, Michael. In the Drift, New York, Ace Science Fiction Books. Vacuum Flowers. Stations of the Tide, Nebula Award winner, 1991, Hugo and Campbell Awards nominee, 1992, Clark Award nominee, 1993, The Iron Dragon's Daughter, Clark, Locus Fantasy, and World Fantasy Awards nominee, 1994, Jack Faust, BSFA nominee, 1997, Hugo and Locus Fantasy Awards nominee, 1998, Bones of the Earth, Nebula Award nominee, 2002, Hugo, Locus SF, and Campbell Awards nominee, 2003, The Dragons of Babel, Locus Fantasy Award nominee, 2009, Dancing with Bears, Chasing the Phoenix, a Darja and Surplus novel. Short fiction, collections. Gravity's Angels, Arkham House Publishers. A Geography of Unknown Lands. Moondogs. Puckalash's Abecedary. Tales of Old Earth. Tachyon Publications. Cigar Box Faust and Other Miniatures. Tachyon Publications. Michael Swanwick's Field Guide to the Mesozoic Megafauna. Tachyon Publications. The Periodic Table of Science Fiction. The Dog Said Bow Wow. Tachyon Publications. The Best of Michael Swanwick. Not So Much Said the Cat. Tachyon Publications. Short Stories. Jinlunga Gap. The Gods of Mars. Dogfight. The Edge of the World. Griffin's Egg. Long Novella. The Dead. The Very Pulse of the Machine. Radiant Doors. Ancient Engines. Scherzo with Tyrannosaur. The Dog Said Bow Wow. Slow Lie. Hello, Said the Stick. Legions in Time. Tin Marsh. Erdemheim. The Little Cat Laughed to See Such Sport. Adagia and Surplus Tale. The Dala Horse. 3. Best of reprints. The Mongolian Wizard. First of a new series. Essays. User's Guide to the Postmoderns. Asimov's. 1986. The Postmodern Archipelago. Tachyon Publications.